Right, you are listening to Let's Go, the weekly anime podcast about weekly anime from Dynamite in the Brain and Secret of the Sailor Madness. So come along and hang with the Let's Go gang. It's Dwayne.
Hello.
It's Niall.
How are you?
And it's me, Brian. And I almost disassociated on the second weekly anime as I was reading out that sentence. It's like, where am I? The rest of the sentence. Oh, yeah. Right, we're talking anime that aired January the 31st to February the 6th, 2026, starting with Tojima Wants to be a Kamen Rider, episode 17. Everyone in the world will join Shocker, but first the idols.
Most importantly, the idols.
First you get the women idols, then you get the money, then you control the world, I believe. Yeah, that's Batman's plan. Yeah.
Yeah, Batman, he's definitely a bit of a creep. But first of all, Tojima needs to get his confidence back. And how best can he do this? Well, by
that's
watching
so good,
Kamen
man, because
Rider.
he's like, it's just a shot of him in his bare bones apartment because he sold all his Kamen Rider merch. Like just with the mask cast aside, like Spider-Man no more, like you're saying. And just like he clearly had been crying all night, not in the tears of joy he normally does. But watches a Kamen Rider episode, like,
I've been a fool.
This directly relates to my life.
Of course, the monster he couldn't defeat, and even Kamen Rider, he had to rely upon his trusted comrade, also a sweet motorbike like he did, and together they could Rider kick this guy into oblivion. My pride got in the way. Even Kamen Rider, I knew when to ask for help.
Is it the thing that Kamen Rider can't beat? He teams up with another Kamen Rider. It's so simple. It's like, yeah.
I fight for my friends. My friends will also fight for me. So, of course, it was so simple.
Yep.
Answer's a mirror.
And then the rest of the episode is mainly about Nikal's underlings who are going to raise money so they can restart their Yakuza family. And they've got this by working as security guards, which they prank Nikal by pretending they're the police, come to his house.
This is the police. They all rush in uniforms. He's like, I didn't fucking do it. Wait, guys, it's like, yeah, we're security guards now. We got to go home and we got to leave and make the bacon. And he's like, come on, guys, you're like acting like my wives. And I love the line of like, you're lucky to have 3 wives like us. We'll get legitimate money. So we have a startup fund to start the illegitimate money. We'll restart the gang. It'll be great.
Yeah, I like how that plays off later when they're responding to their boss at the security company as if he was their Yakuza boss. It's like, yeah, don't need to be quite like that.
It also plays off later when before they get back, and he's like, God, the boys are back really late. I should make them something for dinner. You know, like he's being the homebody because he's just hanging out in his apartment going like, you know, I said all that shit about to that guy about being, I'm the real deal, Shocker, but I'm doing nothing. My underlings are out working money so we can start up this shit. I don't know. Maybe I'm not the real deal that I thought I was.
And they're working the Hodgepodge Idol Festival, which is
great name.
A whole load of idols, including their favorites, the Combat Girls.
They said hello to us in the car park.
Yes. But their manager
that creepy
rude.
new manager said, you guys better fucking do a good job. And it's like, I don't like that guy because he, at the handshaking event, he kind of cleared me off a little earlier than I would have preferred. And he's rude, but they did shoot the stardom after he fucking started managing him. But I can't doubt his management skills, but like, he is a prick. So I don't like him.
Yeah. We also get like a flashback to, so this is like their first security job. They did when there was a boy band and they got crushed by the female fans, but they're like much happier now it's the Combat Girls because even if we can't look at them, we know they're behind us.
It's just you can feel their warmth through their energetic aura, and it's like all these people, you know, all clamoring to get close, but we're the closest you're gonna get, and this is all we need.
Yeah.
And it's like kind of just like there, that like the solemn smiles, like yes, this is.
And that they're protecting their beloveds and that kind of thing, and also that men are less violent at these idol shows. Apparently.
Yes.
Those women were rowdy.
Women be crazy.
And then later in the day, as they're as it must have ended because they're leaving because their boss has told them it's good work, and for some reason, all the idols have waited till this moment to change out their costumes.
Well, maybe they did one big number where they all come out on stage at the same fucking thing.
Maybe
Not shown.
yes.
This is a limited animation episode. The best thing is like showing the combat girls from earlier in the last season. One of their bits of shows, because it's like, yeah, it's kind of more limited and stuff. They do not have time to show all these ladies coming out in costume at the end of the thing, but they do have time enough to show them in the changing room in their bras and knickers and stuff. So, I mean, like, obviously they have time for that. It's this show, but yeah.
Yes, so he goes into where they're changing, and he changes a bunch of them into shocker combatants. The combat girls reveal that they're shocker combatants. He's also got the group that Senna belonged to.
Yeah.
They're also
Yeah.
there as henchwomen at this point.
I don't remember if we got a name for their group. Yeah, they're basically guarding the door so the idols can't escape while he's just
Yes.
going like chomp, 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 turning him into Shocker. Yeah.
So they hear a scream, and our lads run back in and see that Batman is attacking idols and biting them in the neck. So they are, oh my goodness, the beloved combat girls are in trouble. But that's when they get revealed as shock combatants. And so they flee, and I think it's the second group of idols chase after them in order to kill them because they've witnessed Shocker, which they can't keep. I guess these guys are really good at running because they managed to run all the way to Nikal's apartment.
No, they run to the car park, they hide behind a car, and then they. Actually, I was going to say they steal some bicycles. I think they use the bicycle rental thing to rent some bikes to get
Yeah, they
away.
got some bikes.
So yeah, they're smart.
But yes, they're back to the apartment, and the idols are still chasing them. And this surprises Nikao as he's eating his instant noodles so much that the noodles fly out of his nose.
Come out of his nose.
And so he has to react to all this with noodles coming out of his nose. Yeah, so I'm going to guess that the title of next week's episode, I'll Fight Shocker 2, is going to be said by him.
Yeah. Little
Big
does he
announcement
remember
too
from
of,
watching Kamen Rider that all the Kamen Riders were formerly Shocker kind of related things, but just not brainwashed. Like him. Like he specifically got the Kamen Rider origin story if he wasn't like a petty gangster, I guess.
Yeah. It's like, it's kind of interesting, like, look at this is the way that Batman has chosen to try and, like, because he's kind of done a similar, kind of what a lot of them doing is that the missing that have, like, maybe don't go back long enough that I'm just kind of been here for some time. I'm just going to observe humans. What they do? Humans seem to worship these idols. Apparently, if I got some of these idols for myself, so it's kind of like what Batman is, just examining the behavior and just like following the course of action to do it. I suppose Spider-Man, I saw. Well, crime seems to like get you a lot of things like very very quickly. Maybe as a good way for me to go, be a crime gangster type person. That's what humans do, right?
That seems to be, they're kind of like observing humans from an outside monster perspective and seeing where power lies. And power lies in criminal organizations and in the multimedia entertainment industry, which obviously he climbs the ladder pretty quickly. We can walk up to their manager. He's like, yeah, we're not looking for another manager. Bites the manager. You're Shocker now. And he walks up to the guy. He's like, we're not taking on new acts. Bites that guy. I'm the CEO now because all you guys are Shocker.
It's like you think, oh, it must have had like a pretty intricate plan to like form this whole like idol group conspiracy. It's like, no, he's just like a dumb monster man. He's just following his program with them. He just like just bites can turn into vampires. It's the simplest way. It's all he knows how to do. As far as you tell, he just walks around being threatening, and they're still like doing the managing work to this now under vampire hypnosis.
Yeah.
And again, we get another shot of him lying on a pile of Shocker combatants like a big old pervert.
Maybe it's like when bats kind of they huddle together, they all hang up like that. This is that conserve warmth. It's just natural instinct kicking in.
It's the fact that his head is nearly surrounded in bosoms, I think, is the thing of, no, this guy's a creep. He's like a super uber creep.
Giving bats a bad name. That's what he's doing. And men, for that matter.
And Batman.
That's pretty much it for this week. Then we've got...
Yeah, but also was like alluding to, we're going to be doing a big show in like the massive Tokyo Dome or something like that, and you're all going to come. And it's like, this is going to be a prime like mass shockerization event.
Yeah.
Then we got episode 16 of TRIGUN STARGAZE, From Order to Chaos.
The bands are back together again. Yay! In fact, we're so happy here. We're gonna do like what we don't usually make is big giant omu rice from like the big giant eggs that
Ostriches?
there's a name for them. I
Yeah.
think they're called like Thomas or something like Thomas. I think you see them before they ride around them in lieu of like a sand buggy or anything like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's just like, oh, it's nice. No, we don't always do this though. Like, while we're able to kind of do this, like, or about wanting to like conserve eaters and that, um, like Millie and Merle more so are amazed that they're growing like, and they gotta call it flora because we already have plants, we already have that, so rather to call them flora. So they have like grass and flowers and things that want. Hey, I heard you can eat some of these. Like, whoa, no way. So
they collect water. You can eat some. It's like apparently these are really interesting things that we're not familiar with. Spending several generations on Mars, kind of thing. Yeah. They're also intermittently trying to interview Vash. And I like the way she kind of like turns it around from, it's like, hey, so what were you doing for the years you were missing? And he's like, it's like, what's your favorite color? And Wolfwood at several stages tries to be cool. He's like, I'm the cool loner guy, but he keeps getting drawn into the shit, and she draws him into it. It's like, what did you think about it? It's like, well, I'm very embarrassed to be. It's like, hey, fucking don't make me uncool. Like, the interview technique even works on him. It's funny.
He's trying to even be this kind of contrarian. There's like they're going on, these flowers smell fun. Saying, I don't know, flowers if one smell funny. Like, and I don't get them at all. It's just like, Wolfwood, do this. Like, stop trying to be this contrarian cool for a second.
Yeah.
But he does like he takes like the big omer rice that Jessica made just for Vash with a little message on it. It's like, hey, give me that. So I'm eating this. Like, no, it's for Vash. It's like, oh well. And then we find out later on we don't always do this, those eggs, gotta go along with fun and saying, oh, I am so sorry. I'll go wash up, say thanks, I suppose.
He's being very tsundere, yeah.
Well, when you find out his backstory, like his full on backstory, you'll understand. He's kind of being like a bit of a brat, isn't he? He's like, yes, sir, he is being a little bit of a brat. We'll find out why. When we get around to that. But it's really good the band back together again because far off or at the floating battle fortress of knives, they have them in the regeneration tube. We're trying to put them back together, but they kind of need to kind of get more and more like plants to just give the energy to revitalize them.
2 knives to make him more than a brainstem. He's a brainstem in most of a circulatory and muscular and skeletal system at the moment.
He looks like your man out of RoboCop 2 when they have his bits in a thing like that. It's like pretty good.
But he's doing better. But obviously they're like, he's probably going to kill us since we're killing plants specifically to revive him because we're grafting them onto him. And it's just like, that's probably bad, but we got to do it. Obviously, he's the boss, and
like why he's doing that, he's getting flashes again. I guess maybe of the memories of the plans or his own memories, and it's just like before Knives and before Vash, there was Tesla. Tesla was like the first like kind of child that was born on one of the plant pods that was also raised by what's her face Rem, and there's a kind of a horrifying visions of just like. Yes. It would be like, our own little daughter, that whole colony to raise until we need you for other ends. It's just like, the hands reaching out from the dark and, that's what kind of knives that he kind of found. That's what caused him to pale humanity. And that just getting like, I don't know, it's like that kind of flashing into him, is just remembering it himself, But if you kind of suppose like reinforcing, like, he's. Whoever has met this, you can kind of see where he's coming from with this. There's just other people on the crew who are a bit too into like the whole killing everybody. He's just got to kill for the sake of that. So we got Legato back in the mix again. It's just Reverend the Knives going around stealing plants and also the kind of I remember this like seeing the comic. I forgot it. I've done this before. I was doing it again now. I think I just read it a while ago. Now it's in my memory. He's got all his Regato is like his thing is like he kind of control people's like movements. He kind of like basically kind of force them to move around and
it controls the muscular
controls their
bodies
that
they think they can't move in.
So he's got his bunch of dudes at army who's like guarding like one of the plants and let's packs them all like one by one all into the back of this lorry and they all to the back of the trailer. He's like, it's amazing what human muscles can do when you push them. Even like when instead the bones are breaking and contorting in ways that you can still keep on going. You keep packing them in here, really pack them in.
Just seeing how many he can fit in a tank, and the answer is like a little valve at the bottom, just letting out like a big pool of blood. And I was like, ugh. Yeah, he's just being a weird, gross guy who's far too fond of killing, which makes him unlike his saxophone-related guy. I don't want to say friend because this guy seems to very much so not like him.
Mid-Valley the Horn Freak. Yes, always loved that name. Seems ambivalent about working alongside these lunatics and psychos. Maybe not like a complete zealot for the cause like Legato is, but when it comes down to it, he is deadly enough in his own right. Kind of given like the chance though, it's just like, well, if you could kill like Knives right now, he's the most vulnerable ever be. Like, would you do it? Would you try it? Huh?
Yeah, you got your creepy little kid going like, it's like you're thinking like you could maybe take him in a vat since he's not fully grown back, and like he's thinking about it. He's like, I'm gonna put the saxophone on my mouth, and then Knives' newly regenerated eyes kind of like look over, and he's like, okay, no, okay, I can't fucking risk it just in case. So yeah,
let's going to go up top here and play the blues. Not too hard, because if I blow on the saxophone hard enough, I can send like a wave of air, like I can slice anybody in half. Like I get in contact with it. Pretty cool.
I did like the stuff with the soldiers where they were kind of going like, dude, take the fucking planet. We don't care. We're getting rescued in 6 months. Like it's not a big fucking deal. But they're just murdering them for fun, or at least one of them is anyway. Yeah.
And we're gonna give get Vash like back in good shape again. So his arm fell off before, so poor old Brad had to reattach it again. It's fun saying, motherfucker, we've only got like so many of these things lying around. You gotta be careful with this one, all right? Got a new fresh new coat. Guy had a red coat. I'm gonna know what's in. But one last thing that he needs is he's gotta get this Kurt Cobain style off. And it's like, oh, you want it back? Your old haircut, I do your undercut for and said, no, I got like a better idea. Do me up, give me the spiky one up before and say, why that one? And just like remembering the end of last series, and it's that he was going all out and like he was like kind of charged with the power. It was like sending his hair all up like that. It's like, it's want to like kind of be like the symbol of my resolve to finish this through. I want to look like I could be a cool dude.
I did like the combination. It was like, obviously we got you a new jacket and some sunglasses, and a little kid going like, I'm gonna put the I heart me on the front of your new jacket kind of thing. But Wolfwood is also, like I said, being a little sincere, is like, hey, you dropped this, and it's like he had his gun. Oh, he's kept. I mean, like clearly he's not wanting for the ability to not be able to carry things while we're carrying that giant fucking thing in his back the whole time. But still, it's the thought.
He's always giving him a hard time though, because part of his job here is to try and tries to kind of keep pushing Vash. If you even kind of sway him away from it, is this the reason that fucking July got blown up even after your best efforts, because you didn't do the kill shot. You should have killed Knives and had a chance, because like your principles cause all these people to die nonetheless.
Yeah.
So when it comes down to it now, because if he's like, if he comes back, he's going to be like 10 times worse, and you've got like a chance to get off this rock. He's going to be like targeting that. Will you have like the gumption, the guts to take him out this time? If it comes down to it, it says, nope, I'll stop him, but I'm not going to kill him. It's just like, you're going to get us all killed and talk like that. Whoops, maybe right now, because man, it got this fun sound in my head. It's really, and everyone's kind of been doubling over in pain as some sweet sax resonating through the ship. Is this, oh fuck? But Bash hasn't got his arm back on yet. Brad's still working on it. So it's like, Wolfwood's all, leave this to me. I'm gonna actually be the cool dude.
I'll hold them off, kind of thing. Yeah, and obviously they've sent him there both to kill Vash, but actually to catch Vash specifically, not kill him, which is the unusual thing for him. It's like, okay, catch him with a saxophone. That's going to be more difficult than killing him with a saxophone, but also because they want to steal all the plants off the ship, because they got a couple still running that because they have power on that thing. So yeah, be easier to hit this ship than it would be to rob several different cities around the place.
Yeah, as well, Doctor Robotnik. Because I keep calling him that because this looks like him.
Yeah.
Saying, "Oh, don't kill Vash." Like Knives will never forgive you for that. It's just like, yeah, but if we capture Vash as well and bring him to Knives, he'd be super happy with us when he wakes up in the tube. So you can see where I'm at here. And the God was like, "Oh yeah, I fucking Knives would love me. I want to do that. I want to be a total psycho and like mess him around." So this will probably be that little section that involves Wolfwood going toe to toe. If you saw like that huge dude in the armor that was also there with Legato and
Yes.
Valley in the scene
Yeah.
before, I think that's meant to be greater than 9 lives. It's this big hulking dude is very hard to kill. So I think it's gonna probably come down to be that bit for Wolfwood's taking him on. But he's also got a thing with Mid Valley as well, because it's something that, it's a cool guys in suits sort of rivalry they got going on there. So maybe they'll be squaring up as well. Either way, you should see we're going to see some great creative use of a deadly saxophone next episode.
Hey.
Which is grand now, because if whether about reading it, it's just like obviously something like that will work better with the actual sax playing involved in it.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was a good kind of this is like we kind of seeing how our individual factions are getting on here, both good and bad, and getting all their plans together to go forward pretty quickly. Actually, we're gonna have fun to be. The bad guys are gonna go and swooping in there before the good side have gotten their trousers on yet, but it's looking good. Yeah, it's gotten into more of this material now where it's. I can see what they're adapting from the old comic, but like putting their own spin onto it. Someone like Stampede, it's just like there's bits in the comic in here, but it's those first two kind of like two big, first like run of Trigun was I had getting those 2 big books. It's good and it's all in there, but I'm not sure it was entirely there to fit a whole 13. So I feel like it kind of sparse in place, but this feels a lot more.
Yeah.
They're kind of probably trying to put more comic in a shorter length of time, actually, but they got so much more to kind of pull from and pack in there that it feels like there's a lot happening each episode. And I think it's the kind of better for it. It gives it a kind of this pace where I felt it's like trying to wait around a bit, but immediately, boom, we're getting invaded again, so we gotta take them out. Looking good. Yeah, I was wondering how I would be coming into it after it again, but I think now it has me firmly in its grasp.
Those Thomas's redesigns, though, that's not good. I'd forgot. I was like, you're describing them as emus, and I was like, I think that's what they looked like originally. And I went and checked, and no, they didn't.
Crazy alien birds.
Yeah, they weren't even birds. They were like furry things with long tongues that essentially humans had dressed up to make them more horse-like, so they could relate to them more. But they were 2-legged things. But yeah, I just saw the picture of what they look like in this. It's just like
it looks like a blue ostrich, is what I was thinking.
It's just an ostrich they painted blue. It's like, okay, right, fair enough. But yeah, kind of sums up my visual problems with it, which is why I'm not watching it. Digimon Beatbreak, episode 17, Antipathy, in which we check in with our second member of Tactics, Hotaruko, and compare her life to Makoto's, which is essentially what the pair of them do in this episode, is compare their lives. And it turns out that, she's not an orphan, she's got a family, but she's keeping it secret that she's a cleaner.
Like, the worst her life went bad is she got kicked out of school for the incident where her Digimon popped out of the egg. But the story she's telling her mom is that she went to night college and graduated early, and now she's a career woman, which is why she's not home a lot. Like, and it's just like, okay.
I guess being a bounty hunter is a career, of a sort.
Yeah, being in a paramilitary organization as a child is kind of a career.
Union. So
I mean, that part is true. She has said, "It's like, yeah, I'm working as part of this existing company that is you're aware of," kind of thing. And the most point of comparison is kind of like, because they're out trying to catch a Digimon. she prioritizes catching the Digimon, whereas he prioritizes saving a couple of kids who are going to get hit by a stray flower pot.
Who happened to be like her little brother and sister.
Which kind of shows like this is the dichotomy of their characters. Like she's focused on the mission and he's focused on not being a dick. Like that's his main concern. Helping people. That's good actually. That's why I like this job.
But she's having none of it, like, you know, but later on it's just like, you were just born with a silver spoon in your mouth. You didn't want for anything. My family had to work for a living, and it's like, yeah, like, you know, it's unfortunate. He's trying to make good on it. It doesn't really compare to my family were killed in an airstrike and refugee camp. Like Reina and Datu, they got along, and somehow these two were just like, you know, we can't fucking see eye to eye at all. We're just like
because it initially seems like her bringing him to the I've forgotten the name of that food that we saw in the
Okonomiyaki
restaurant that her mom runs. The dad seems to be out of the picture, possibly dead, because you don't put a frame picture of your divorcee father. You put a picture up of your dead father, and look at it lovingly now and again. But yeah, she's not at home helping man with the fucking restaurant and the kids, and so it's kind of like, oh, she does care about her family, but then the point of contention seems to be she's like, I don't like people telling me what to fucking do. I'm on my own. I'm a lone wolf kind of thing. It's like, okay, so it's actually your mother's like over care of you, over like over motherliness at you that you're just like trying to break away from. Whereas this guy is like, yeah, I was at the highest echelon of thing, but I was doing really badly emotionally, which is why Found Family is actually doing a lot better for me. But she thinks it's like, you son of a bitch, you had everything and you could like it's kind of like her, instead of them connecting, it's revealing her to be kind of a selfish prick.
I want to fap myself.
Yeah. Like you think it's like, oh, it's going to make her more sympathetic. It's like, no, the opposite is what this episode does. And like, that's pretty cool. I do like that kind of turn.
And the younger siblings invite Makoto and his security toy to the cafe, and then the rest of the guys come along as well. Gekomon has to be hidden in the bag because
he won't pretend to be a toy. Like, he won't pretend to be a stuffed animal. He will eat the fucking food. Yeah.
And it turns out there's a mysterious wave of food thefts in the street. And as the gang are leaving, they get called and they say, "Oh, while you're there, can you investigate these food thefts?" Which turns out to be Burgermon, who is stealing food for Burpmon.
I love Burger. I like Burpmon is fine, but Burgermon is fucking great. I love Burgermon.
Burpmon is just giant Kirby with ears.
Yeah,
Burgermon is a little thief who turns into a burger, a taxi with burgers and pickles and sesame seeds.
He throws deadly pickles at you. He has a bag like at least 10 times as large as himself on his back, full of like ingredients.
Dough-coloured axolotl wearing a flat cap that looks like a burger bun.
Yeah.
He's got my favorite attack is Delicious Patty, where he puts another Digimon inside 2 buns.
Yeah, great shit.
I think there's like no hint of their owners, because Burpmon, they explain, Burpmon is an evolution that happens if a Digimon eats too much food. So Gekomon.
I think they don't need trainers because they, as they point out, they have a symbiotic relationship. So Burgermon brings Burpmon literal food from the human world, and Burpmon can eat it, and then it releases a wave of E-Pulse, and Burgermon eats the E-Pulse, and it's just like, oh, okay, so it's kind of like like a clownfish and an anemone, that kind of thing. Yeah.
Hey, Taroko will go, you're right, these 2 little cute guys, they don't mean too much. Let's fucking kill them. I suppose she's a little bit maybe like incensed right now because they fucking ate my Digimon. I don't want that back. Let's evolve from the inside and just bust out of there. Please.
I was also like, from an outside perspective, looking at this, I was like, so wait, this thing eats regular food which we can produce and puts out E-Pulse. I was like, not only is that a solution to Digimon vampirism, but it's also like a power generating thing. Like, I feel like there's multiple uses we could get out of this thing.
Kind of what Gekomon is doing when we get down to it. That's why he's so weird.
But it also appears to be a health problem for Digimon, as they explain.
He does keep getting bigger. That is a problem, sure.
It is caused by Digimon overeating in the first place. So they end up just those two. The rest they get separated from everybody else, end up trapped, and they have to work together to fight it. Well, sort of work together. They don't really work together. One has a go,
No.
and then the other has a go.
Yeah.
They have a go at each
Makoto-
other, and then like you've had it all. You kind of sitting out to. Don't even fight for myself. And this break. That's like I guess that negative emotion, still negative energy. So energy is enough to what's that? Tidalman is the kind of flying shark one.
yes.
Yeah.
I do like his smaller form of just being an oyster.
Yeah, the closed oyster that can see through the holes in the oyster, and then when it opens, it's like it looks like a regular Digimon, but as like a goop oyster. The animal inside the oyster kind of thing. Yeah.
I feel much more sympathetic for them and saying, "I'm sorry, Toroko, I fucked up back there. Like, no, I won't do it again. I'm very sorry." And this is, you feel like you're always apologizing around this girl, aren't you?
Yeah.
It's just like you get like not really a partnership here, more like she gets this way. Pretty intense. A little cold.
Yes, because Bergamot ends up begging for his and Bertmon's life, and then Makoto says, "Please don't delete them. They don't know any better." And so she doesn't delete them. She gives the little ones to Makoto and says they're even now.
She takes the eggs.
Keeps the money though.
Keep the bounty. But here you go. You can take care of these guys.
Mm.
More mouths to feed.
It won't make them respect you, Tarako. Everyone is giving you shit no matter how hard you work, especially that the evil Tomoro on your team. You just he'll probably be one who's the hardest because he just seems to be like an asshole to everybody.
Yeah.
I assume
For these guys' reasons.
Next week's we'll find out. I imagine.
Mm.
Fun. Except the introduction of those two. The siblings seem to make them some of the animators really struggle to figure out what height Hotaruko is supposed to be.
Yeah. It's like, so these are small children, yeah, but these are smaller children. Like, how old are we talking here? Yeah.
Then Makoto is a bit of a short fella himself. What is he? He's got to be somewhere in between, then, right?
Yes, but there's some shots where they're almost eye to eye now because they had to make Makoto taller to make the children look smaller. And it's like it was okay. Yeah, just also.
Why don't we have character sheets if no one reads these? You know, send them out every week.
Then we got Hell's Paradise episode 17, the Samurai Code and Carnage.
Wow, like Shugen and all these dudes in the mainland army, it's like they're totally here to help us, right? Yeah, I'm sure he is. Like Sagiri is like giving him the run up and said, "Well, yeah, Shugen, like he's super nice, you know. He always looks out for me, like
ranking and everything. So that's
like,
pretty cool of him."
Seems, but like he seems like really like be affectionate and value like his colleagues and subordinates, his comrades. He's to the point he moved to the point of tears. And he's very dedicated, part of him like in the dojo, I'd say like even someone like Kim can probably see auras as well without any training. So his that's pretty good. It's just like he'd understand our situation here where like. Because of this island and how fucking insane it is that the prisoners would team up with like the executioners to try and get off it and survive. So it's like, that the whole thing where like he
killed
saved
30 bandits or whatever.
He killed a bandit, and like it's a notorious bandit, who was harassing people. And they say that he was very valiant in that, and like he killed off that entire crime family. It's like very valiant thing. Like, he killed all his gangsters. No, he killed off the entire family, as in he killed off like the children, the grandparents. Like he even like erased the family lines of everybody involved in that gang. They're all dead. Like
you have the head gangster like pleading for the life of his infant son as he's just holding up a baby. It's just like well, the Shogun likes it, so I'm doing it. Yeah. He's very, and the Shogun was like, I do like it. That's pretty cool of you. That's why I trust you to get this done this time with the ninjas. And you even have the other samurai guy kind of going like, the Shogun's a fucking moron. Not out loud, because that would probably get him murdered. It's just like, this is a terrible idea. We're going to send these 4 samurai. Wait, no. Yeah, 4 samurai. I always forget the guy who's not doing anything all the time.
There's 4
that's
of
on
them
purpose.
there, yeah.
There's like 4. There's so many ninjas that they're sending as well. It's just like, yeah, this seems like an incredibly bad idea.
It just seems there's so many that are here to help us. It's just like, no, this episode was mostly just showing like a lot of the first initial thing is that the executioners, the Yamada, Simon, and Shinobi, which one of these two are crazier than the other two? Let's find out. You have like someone needs to take off one of their nomads if I'm saying, oh, this guy's got a character today. He's got like kind of one eye or scar over it. He's the leader of this group.
And they're basically
right?
walking up to this leader guy and saying like, hey, like the little baby samurai. There's a large woman samurai, a baby samurai, a lazy samurai, and clearly the craziest samurai of them all, the strongest guy.
Shugen,
but
yeah.
the baby guy asked him, was like, how can we know to trust you? And it's like, oh, so I got to prove like that. We'll work with you guys. You trust us no matter what.
We're just like tools in your arsenal. We're like, we're not people. We're just tools with a purpose. Whatever purpose you give us. Want me to kill myself? Check it out.
He turns to like another ninja and is like, all right, you're in charge now. And he starts singing a song while cutting his own fucking throat out slowly. And it's just like, and just collapsing eventually. And there's like, that's pretty bold. Like, that's pretty, the tall samurai's kind of like, she's like, yeah, that seems like you guys have conviction that you would just do that in front of us just to prove a point. But like we do see the other ninjas in the meeting before. It's like just pretend to work with the samurai. You're out here to kill Gabimaru. That's the #1 mission. Work with them up to the point where you get to kill Gabimaru. That's what you're here for mostly. So don't worry about nothing else.
An absolute scenes then, like Shugen comes across what remains of the captain of the team.
Just his legs.
Just his fucking legs.
I recognize him by his legs.
The tears come out. It's like we gotta have a funeral for him immediately. And after on the beach, they had to have him buried or saying the prayers. Giant monsters show up, and saying, "Oh, some new people for this. Let's fucking kill all of you." And that's when everybody kind of like chips in. Then you see what's like the tall lady can do. She's got 2 swords which can sit together and do a twin blade of. The little like foul-mouthed child, he can spin around like a top or a spinning blade and just like slash right through him. The ninjas, for the part, they haven't got like no sword skills, but there is like about 100 of them, so they just kind of climb up top of and start stabbing the shit out of it. Like
climbing up a guy, start stabbing him. A bunch of ninjas like tie you onto ropes, pull the guys down, stab. Like if there's 50 guys stabbing you, there's not really much skill needed there. You're good. Yeah.
Yeah, and he's still saying the prayers. It's like, he's not breaking like his focus at all with all his cards unfolding behind him. One of them gets loose. He's coming right for him, and he said, "Don't interrupt my prayers, goddammit!" And at the stage after he's getting so mad, he's crying tears of blood. He's so shaken up by that.
And at the point where he's so mad at these guys for killing the samurai he cared about the most, who trained him in, he'd so much more to teach him, that he starts chipping away at his sword, so it'll be more painful that he cuts them. And he has one of the talking monster guys, and he's like, "I'll never talk," and he's chopping him into bits. He's like, I'm in bits and things. Like, all right, I'm gonna take a slice out of you every time you don't answer my fucking question. And it's like, but what if and it takes a slice out of him. It's like, what did I fucking say? Don't talk back.
Yeah, the late captain, he had like the read of him as this Shugen, that thing before. Why did you have to go so ham on everybody? It's like, I just fucking hate crime, boss. If anything, I wanted, like, just like chip my sword, make it all jagged and rusty, so it's a cut so worse. Okay, well, as long as I'm around, you work away and do it wrong. But if as I'm around, I'm going to sharpen that sword and have it brand new, because I believe in that. But Captain's not around anymore. So this guy's off the lead. He's the boss in this mission, so he's going to let these psychos go as crazy as they want to. And I guess now, like, she is like the main ninja of the group, almost like, not kind of putting her head up whenever that comes up. She says, "Oh, I'm just going to lead around." There's no real leader on the real lead one. I just want to find Gabimaru and get to them. Are we done proving to each other which is crazier? No, we're all crazy here. Let's go and kill some things on this island. So the boys back in the cave were like, kind of sensing this from Aura's point and saying, "Yeah, I think we better get the fuck out of here." But first of all, a lesson in how our individual towers work. So it's all based on the 5 classical elements of like earth, metal, wood, fire, wind, water. So we're basically talking about like Pokemon, like rock, paper, scissors type elements there. So if you're fighting dude with fire order, you need somebody with a water order to cancel it out. So however strong they are, if you have your opposite element, you'll be able to like fight them more evenly. You get some kind of edge of them that way. Because again, they've been trained for hundreds of years at this. They're way better at it than us. We got exploit every advantage we have, which including this little chart right here. Remember this. Burn it into your memory. Let's get the fuck out of here before we all get killed. So it's just complete, like, you know, we just got like the team together to go. It's us versus them, and now it's also versus these dudes who are against who to kill everybody, not just the plant
And
monsters
also,
hiding in the
they're
palace.
to kill everybody in a different way as two different groups. Like the ninjas have a different mission than the samurai, and it's just like it's very messy. I do like all that. But the one thing about those ninjas, right? There's that one really big ninja, and you're just going like, when's he gonna do
Yeah.
something? He's gigantic.
They all look pretty rad. It's just like it's a pretty classic look. Use like the various no theater masks. There's a bunch of demons in there. There's a bunch of like ladies in there. Even like the stupid one that's the scroll all like ooh like that. Even that's in the mix. And then it's like conspicuous huge guys. Like let's see, how do you get to be a ninja? You got to be like fast and agile and conspicuous. Maybe it's like 20 dudes all packed inside there, all on top of each other's shoulders. We'll find out, won't we? Yeah, good and messy. We just want to consolidate, and then it's just this carnage is erupting on fear. And there's also this like great little shot as well. They're wondering like about how what Chobe is up to right now, and they've moved on from like the fucking part of like the key training. They're like doing some ritual, like they're all dressed up in the ceremonial robes. He's just there with his arms crossed. He's just fuming. This is so boring.
Also wearing the robes, like
this isn't about fucking at all.
So yeah, he's still in the mix.
Well, we'll find out. Again, we'll go crash into that because there's got a man on the inside, so to speak, in there, and he's just there. He's going to fucking turn on them the second he gets the chance. Like everything is just very precarious, and I kind of love it that way.
Then we're on to You and I Are Polar Opposites, episode 4, Summer Night Vibes. Which is the second half of the episode. The first half is it's the
study group
study group. Yeah, they got exams.
Because we got to do the exams before the summer break, kind of thing. Yeah.
And that's where we like get some of the who knew who from what point. At school.
Lots of middle school, so they know each other forever. Since first year, you know, all kind of new to this. Most of us we've never really gone to the library before. Knew somebody to study with books in. It's like, and by studying, me copies Suzuki's notes. The pair of you, it's like, you didn't come to the studio. I just came to fun and mess around. You're disturbing poor Tanny there. Like, you know, he's gonna work in the library after school. We're fucking around. How does that feel? It's just like, no, it's cool. It's kind of fun having people around, like just kind of livening up the place and asking things.
Which makes a good mirror to the second half when Tyra feels exactly the opposite. Does not want to see his friends around after school. We also get like a little bit more of the so far silent other librarian who giggles at
their various shenanigans.
They'll carry on.
Yeah, Yamada's suggestion that they'll all go to Tokyo University together on the basis of this study session.
New Konbini open down the way. It's like, oh, I'm dying for some ice cream. Phone saying, okay, we're going to ice cream, get toilet roll. All right. Hey, give me a packet of cigarettes as well. It's like, God, no, I can't get that. Which goes down there in just like, just like her fun tracky bottoms, not even her hair done upright. It's just down there again and runs into like it's Yamada. It's just like, oh man, you just came here, Konbini ice cream? Yeah, totally. Oh, because you just came here straight out of the house as well, didn't you? Do you hear? But you too as well. Oh look, it's Tyra. How's it going, man? And it's just out of the aura of dejection. It's just like, what are you doing here? You can't be here. I know you. Don't tell anybody.
I'd work here because it's off the school beat, so no one would fucking interact with me from school. And it's like, oh well, I live around the fucking corner. He's like, if you continue to disrupt the other customers, I'm going to have to ask you to, like, he switches to work mode because he doesn't want to engage them in social mode. Poor guy.
And what's her face, like, Nabe pulls up on the scooter and is just like, you know, oh, it's he, lads. I thought you reckon a pair of like a Yankee couple.
Initially they're kind of crouched down outside eating ice cream, and they think it's the cops rolling up because they hear the motorbike engine. She's like, oh fuck, it's the cops. And she's like, hey, you fucking kids behaving, you know. It's just, she's literally behaving like that.
Yeah. Also,
Yeah.
that scene is very much they got whichever animator really likes drawing mopeds to do that scene, because
Yeah, yeah.
that's a hell of a detailed moped in certain shots. I now realise I've not watched the last third of this episode. For some reason, I thought the first 2 segments were the entire episode and stopped there.
No, it's kind of one feeds into the other, like, because, geez, wouldn't all of us in school, wouldn't it be funny if Tanny showed up here? Here's Tanny on his bike right now, and
Yes.
me with my hair now. And Suzuki, she can move fast when she wants to. She does, like, you know, the after image to get out of sight before she gets caught.
She steals your one's helmet to disguise herself, and he's like, wasn't she just there? Like, and also you guys are there. But she's like, they're running distraction while she does her quick getaway, which he immediately catches up to her because he is on a bike and she runs the slowest you've ever fucking seen.
It's like,
Also, they live in the same
don't look at me.
direction. So yeah.
Don't look at me, I'm a stage, like, you know, like, but I don't mind, you know. I think, like, you look pretty to me, whatever you do. It's just like, that's nice of you to say, but look.
She uses like her food metaphor. If like I did you up like a really nice fucking meal and look fucking beautiful, and I just threw something together, he's like, well, if it tastes the same, like it's what's on the inside that counts. She's like, yeah, I'm not gone on that. Like, I put a lot of effort into my appearance when I put effort in, so I'd like to be complimented on that. Thanks very much. He's like, oh, I hadn't considered that. Okay, fair enough.
You gotta be lifting the bike. It's like there's no cops around, so yeah, sure. It's like, you know, riding back the bike with the boyfriend. Yeah. Let's not be able to squares. No, let's be squares when the cops are coming by. It's like, hey, you kids, you go home now. You know. And then this last bit is in the summer festival. It's like she has put the effort in. Now she's going to Hold Hawks. The summer festival thing is like, wow, like there was a total like date stuff. So I want to do it upright. So I guess the full cat, I guess the hair up, you know. She's wearing like, you know, the foam sandals, you know, is that frowned upon? I don't know, it's your style. But she's done up very well. And immediately he's in his usual, just like white shirt, black trousers, you know. That's the same.
It's casual gear, yeah.
I have a fun time going around the summer festival, and it's just like that. It's like, boy, when, you know, went to like everyone this now, it's just like, you know, oh, like everyone is saying I'm cute. It's like, oh, well, I really like it actually. You look, you're very beautiful. Beautiful, Jesus! Like I've never gone beyond just cute before. No one's told me about beautiful. It's like, oh my goodness.
She's never quite at the level. But the other thing she's trying to do at the summer festival is to not get too excited, because it's the idea of like, you know, those lovely couples all like, all hugging it, and it's just it's so embarrassing, and I don't want to be like that. But she's getting more and more excited the more it goes on with the various things. You know, it goes from like vague hand holding to just straight up hand holding in public. I know I don't know any of these people, but still, like, it's getting serious.
Yeah, but he's like, hey, come on, like, I know a spot. And it's just like, oh, I know a spot. Oh, he's taking me really out of the way somewhere. It's like, oh, is he going to try something? It's like, no, there's a bunch of people up on this roof up here. So it's like, I guess the view is nice, but you know, what's like, where are the fireworks trying? Fireworks is just like, yeah, off of this, they're kind of far off away, but like you can still see the whole panoply of them is good. Oh, it's really good.
Because she'd chosen like to go into the festival rather than going to the thing where they'd show the fireworks, because you know, it's going to be crowded, and then it's going to be like chock-a-block trying to get back onto the trains, getting home and shit. It's like, but this is like nicer because it's more casual. They're further away, but like you can enjoy them all the same, kind of thing. Yeah.
Yeah. I try and take a photo. She like drops her phone, and then Tanya's like, "Phone, oh, good hands!" Like he gets her watching it, but their faces come right here, and it's just like, whoa. It's just like, and she's just going, it's just, that was close. We almost kissed her. Wait a minute, I want that to happen, don't I? We're like going out.
She's like, no, I'm fucking down for that, actually, thinking about it like for a second.
Just you can say, like, let's get closer next time. Phone saying, what? To the fireworks. Like next year we should get closer to the fire. Phone saying, oh, phew.
And this is counted to her friends earlier.
He thinks saying, like, he sees me in his life next year. Oh,
because her friends were like, hey, enjoy this year because you mightn't be together next year. And she's like, shut the fuck up. And she's like, well, things happen. People break up, you know. And this is the opposite, where he thinks it's like, yeah, we're going to be together next year, obviously. So we'll go again next year. Yeah, and just the opposite thing and the romanticness of it. She's giddy. She's extremely giddy, obviously, the entire fucking time.
Keeps her awake all night, and it's absolutely jazz being all giddy again, wasn't it? But sure, it's fine. It's fun. You're meant to be like all all giggly and happy, you know.
Yeah.
Like, if you've done it, girl, you know, just keep working on it. Like, you shouldn't feel so subconscious about it. That's the kind of thing where it's like for somebody who's like, you know, very from bright and fashionable and loud, it's just like so subconscious.
Yeah, because we get all
the
that
love is making
internal
it.
overthinking and everything.
Suppose it's different now. I'm trying to impress a boy, not try to, like, you know, be cooler for my friends. It's different.
Yeah, no, I had seen the end of it, so someone must have come to the door for about
Distracted you.
distracted me. Because yeah, the bit on the roof, I definitely saw the bit of the very final bit of I'm in his life next year. He's already thinking
Yeah.
that far ahead. Yeah, no, I've seen that bit. So goodness knows where I was for the previous 5 minutes.
I'm glad you enjoyed what you remember of it. That's
Yeah, I
the
mean, I
important.
saw
microwave dinged, and that was curtains.
Yeah, possibly, or somebody came to the door with a Marvel Legends cable that I bought for a reduced price. That seems more likely. Then we've got My Hero Academia, Vigilantes, Season 2, Episode 5, The Man Returns, in which we check in on a bunch of characters we've not really checked in on so far this series. It is Knuckle Duster, his daughter, the 3 lads. We've got them hanging out with the daughter, trying to encourage her to play guitar as physical therapy and also to make her dad annoyed, which is also good mental therapy.
I love that these guys start off. They're the bully characters. Oh, they're bastards. They're criminals. Oh, they're hopped up on drugs and they're doing crimes. And they're just fucking teenagers in the neighborhood, man. They're grand. Don't fucking. They're actually pretty good boys overall. They've got the big firehead guy who's like peeling an apple for her because she lacks the manual dexterity. What would having a fucking bug in her brain for a considerable amount of time?
Well, Knuckle Duster saw that he just needs a good outlet for the energy these lads have. Yeah. Give him something like constructive to do. I.e., guard my daughter when I'm away getting involved in crime deals over in Hong Kong.
Yeah.
Use the old password, Guilo.
Meanwhile, Eraserhead is once again at his favourite coffee shop, discussing crimes with the police.
It's so funny that Eraserhead keeps saying things like, maybe I need to take things into my own hands. And the two guys who are literal drug dealers are saying in front of Eraserhead, a hero, and a cop who's there as well, dude, come on, that's you can't be saying shit like that. That's fucked up, man. That's crime. You can't be doing crime. They're his little fucking angels telling him to do the right thing. These two fucking guys.
Yes, because they reckon the drugs now being distributed via mixers, because that's where the and they've got their eye on this one woman. So
and it's a different one because it's probably taken not intravenously, like by injection from a wasp. It's
spiking drinks.
Yeah, exactly. You drink it in rather than inject it. Yeah.
So someone needs to go undercover, and they're all like, "How are you going to go undercover at a mixer or Eraserhead?" He's like, "Yeah, I know what I am. Don't worry."
Not my scene. Not my scene.
I got some people for this. So he gets Koichi, he gets Pop, and gets Midnight is also in on that operation, which is a sociable type.
Does Koichi know he's in on it? I think he's been invited separately.
I don't think
actually,
so.
No, he was invited by the band, the Top Hats or whatever they're called.
Because he doesn't know that Pop is there in disguise, because he's later. Like all the women there are fucking nuts. But there was one who was okay though. I thought, nope, all women be crazy.
The band guys are great because like we don't get like they're like head empty, no fucking thoughts is their entire thing. But we get the interior thoughts of all the women, and all of them have various madnesses going on. I think Midnight's just there for a good time. Honestly.
Yes, the sequence where they're just handing her larger and larger jugs of beer,
skull and pints. It's just.
And she can knock them back in one. And I think she's trying to maintain any kind of professionality. She's trying to keep up the party atmosphere to see how the drugs are being distributed. And she does get straight on it when that does happen. But she is just partying. She's partying way too hard. The guy's like, what's fucking her deal? You have one girl who's like, fuck this. Like this, all these guys are losers. This fucking sucks. And she's drinking a little too hard. So she tips over when she's going to the bathroom, and Koichi romantically catches her. It's like, oh shit, exactly my type, my Prince Charming. and then it's her friend who's like, "Hey, stay the fuck away from my friend, whom I clearly fancy," that kind of thing. And you pop going like, "Hey, stay away from my man, who I'm trying to fucking put the work in on." So, and then they're just like, "How the fuck has Koichi got all these women fawning over him, and one woman just drunkenly dancing around him?" Like it's not fair,
Very,
basically. From
very
their
glad they
perspective.
toned it down. Was like, when the more like reserved girl excuses herself and goes off to the toilet, that. I think in the comic, her pal, I used to say, drank too much and tipped over. She'd also gotten sick of it, and there's like they used to have the handkerchief to wipe it up. Because she's like she's smelling like this different handkerchief in the toilet. It's like I just got smelling it. In the comics she's using like the vomit stain handkerchief and smelling that. It's like I'm really glad they can't tone that down.
Yeah, yeah, that's a bit too much.
Because I think I read that at the same week or the week after the chapter of Chainsaw Man, where they're out at the pub, and then that lady with the eye patch, she's gonna like go in to give Denji a kiss, and then it's like blah, just pukes all over him into his mouth. It's like, oh,
It's
what
not
was going on in the
romantic.
comic this week? It's like everything is just like fun, people puking in each other's mouths and tasting it. Ah.
A specific fetish was on that week. Yeah, okay.
She comes back from the toilet and she's all like kind of glammed up on saying, "Hey, sorry about before. I just need to get a few drinks and be loosen up. It's time for a party." But she can't get any attention back on her again. That fucking Koichi, he's just absorbing all the attention in the room.
He refuses to drink any of the drinks she's trying to spike and serve him.
And she has spiked all the alcoholic drinks where he's like, "No, I'm technically underage, so I won't be drinking." And also the guy who brought the drinks that she had spiked, he was like, "Oh, those are for another table," so he takes away a bunch of them. And now a lot of people in this pub have gotten spiked with Trigger. That's the name of the drug. I forgot the name. Yeah.
Yeah. Which point Midnight has figured out who's done it and nips outside to. Well, I guess at first I thought just take all her clothes off, but she didn't actually have a costume.
It implies
Just
take all her
enough
clothes
to-
off. She's wearing her underpants underneath. I think it's like a. It's not a more revealing version of her like present day costume. I think they made her cover up more. It looks like she's just wearing underpants.
I
Essentially.
believe her being forced to cover up more is a plot point later on in this series.
Yeah.
Um,
And again, as many things the show does better, it does Midnight better than My Hero Academia did. She's such a fun character.
Yes, with her terrible advice to young people.
Yeah.
That you should show all the bits that people don't want you to show, and even the people being given the advice are questioning the veracity of this advice. Are you sure that's legal? And then her instant forgiving of the criminal because she'll always have her heart open to women like this.
It's hard out there for a woman. I know it.
Just again, like because the main My Hero Academia comic, her powers are OP. She knocks men the fuck out and also can knock women out, but just it's slightly less effective. And it's just like, so that just takes care of any problem. It's like, yes, there's nothing you can do against this. Can you smell her? Yes, she's not wearing many clothes and is just pheromoning out as much as she can because it's an enclosed space. I guess the other thing that her power works particularly good in. But yeah, it's just a fun time and nonsense, and they busted the drug deal, and Koichi helped even though he didn't know he did. He just had a weird night out, basically.
Yeah, but it's like after putting the pieces together as well as that, like it's coming in some other way now because we busted like the crab truck smuggling route. There's now like it's coming around in there. We don't need to inject it. You can just kind of drop it in. It's there, and then like it's not even like the drug so much. It's what says we're getting like the bioengineered like villains who don't have quirks, so their bodies just work that way. So
they basically say, oh, they've taken Trigger. And because Trigger didn't work to create instant villains, they're now just using it as it's now a street drug. So they've tempered it down so you can sell it as a street drug for crime. And whoever is planning that has now moved on to these medically altered ones. At which point, then if you're reading if you've read original My Hero Academia, you're like, okay, we know where this story is heading towards.
It's well integrated like that, and you also have the stuff with Knuckle Duster in Hong Kong trying to find the supplier, basically, or trying to find the supplier from across the water kind of thing. Yeah,
Yes.
because they're importing it. So
That's always working.
Yes.
yeah, and he is working for the cops technically. So like, because he meets up with that guy, the guy who looks like the super shady Columbo kind of thing, and he's passing him like a disc with the list of the guy, the druggist in China, where he was. Here's his
His
list
buyer's
of guys
list.
he was. Yeah, exactly. His buyer's list. Thank you.
Yeah, checks in on his daughter, but then he says, "I'm going to go and do some more work." And then she says, "Well, when you come back, get rid of that shitty beard that he has grown since last time we saw him." Yeah, then he goes to meet up with the detective at the outdoor smoking area. And then the detective, before he goes, he says, "Do you know of any other people who's got a quirk like o'clocks?" And he's like, "No, but if you run across that guy, don't try and talk to him, just shoot him." And they're like, "Yeah, they tried that, it didn't
They
work."
shot him in the leg and tried to slow him
Yes.
down. It's like, no, shoot to kill, because if he gets a chance to react, you're done. That's it.
Yeah, and he's like, "Well, we're not going to be able to do that because we're the police." And then he's like, "I guess you need a guy to help you out then." And then the cop's like, "Yeah, figured, figured you would help us."
I'm going to pretend I didn't fucking hear you say that, but other than that, like, this is why this cop seems kind of shady. He's like, I don't just kill people. Okay, you do though. Okay, well, I'm going to ignore that for convenience sake.
Yes. Then we check in on the crawler, who is being chased by some sort of villain who has a giant dog mask that is in the shape of a train.
It's a train dog. It's making like Chu Chow or
Yes.
something. I don't know what it's
Yes.
actually fucking called, but yeah.
He's doing the train motions with his arms as well. And
Why does it work? We'll never find out. It's a weird
And then-
situation.
It's
he's
only
found
there
himself
because
in.
like Knuckle Duster can look down and root up on saying those crazy kids are getting on just fine without me.
yes.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
also, it's the clear thing we learn is that what all crawlers now doing is dragging criminals to the brothers' shop in the hope that a Razorhead will be there. Because they say, no, Razorhead's not here at the moment, so just take him round the block. We'll call a Razorhead, and he can come
Go around
the
the block a few times, and we'll like, it's just like you could have rang him on your own phone, but he needs to distract the pop-up villains, basically. Yeah.
Yeah. It's just a wonderful, silly way, a grounded way after all the sort of darkness of the Knuckle Duster segment.
Yeah.
Just to
This
bring
is what
Well,
we're
then-
fighting for.
And it's him
This
watching this from a distance. It's like
Keep up.
they got a system that works. They don't need me anymore. And when passing him in the street, Koichi's like, "Was that Master?" And it's like, "No, it couldn't have been," because he looks very different with the beard. A beard does that. So
Yes.
yeah.
What to do today? Can't remember.
Yeah.
And then next week we're getting a Razorhead's flashback.
Which was kind of like the one kind of thing that's like maybe mirrored like Western superhero comic books and fun thing. To find out, read last
that
issue
was
of
such good
other ongoing
synchronicity
series.
at the time. Yeah, if you read My Hero Academia, if you could read it and then like read, you start reading Vigilantes as well. If you try reading them like week to week, when they start lining up there, it's fucking beautiful. Where his past directly relates to that current arc in My Hero Academia. Yeah, really good synchronicity.
They felt the need to because the main comic wasn't going to ever do that.
It wasn't doing it. That's the thing. It gives so much more depth to the stuff in the main comic. Yeah, yeah.
Then we got Golden Kamuy episode 52, Pinky Bone, a very serious episode, including some very silly slapstick comedy involving a corpse.
Yeah. They don't go for the rule of threes, but it worked. It did make me laugh twice. I'll give it that. That fucking joke. Yeah.
We're sorry, Bortoro. We'll make sure to give you a proper burial. How we grab this thing? But it's how they fly out and they're just completely like ramrod straight and they're into the wall.
Like basically just move the animation slide of them just standing still. And correct me if I'm wrong, but wasn't there like a slide whistle noise or some comedic fucking noise? And they go pew, like as they crash themselves and a corpse out of their fucking beer-shaped car.
That's because they couldn't find how to accelerate it, because they were being overtaken by a cat. And even when they get up to a higher speed, they're still being overtaken by a dog.
A small dog who is not running very fast, kind of thing. It's just like, yeah, they they needed the guy who knows how to drive a car in this chase. Otherwise, a
Bloody
car is
boat
kind of
over
useless.
here.
Yeah.
Yeah. Meanwhile, Sarumi they've captured Sophia.
She gets fucked up, man. I was like,
yes, because
you're
she
not going
had
to take out Sophia, but she has to like grab what she thinks is a serpent, does a roll, slaps her face into a fucking pole, and I was like, fucking hell, yeah, she got really messed up.
Because essentially you have the same sort of slapstick, but one is not slapstick because it's treated as a serious wound, and the other one is two idiots flying through.
Like
Well, it's already a broken window.
their flying off a fucking car is through their own
Yes.
stupidity and
Yes.
ignorance, whereas her is like it's noble and heroic and like it involves her getting fucking captured, and it's like it's dangerous.
Yes, and
Maybe
the
that
key
is
thing
the rule of threes because then they go
yeah.
back to them crashing again. Yeah, you're right. You're
Because
right.
at this point, Sarumi does not know it's Sophia. It's only when he sees the photo in her possession that he puts everything together, and his brain juice starts leaking, and then he sends everyone away.
Oh man!
Because he's like, okay, between me and you, Sophia, we can explain everything to Usurper. But also he doesn't know
can't let
that
anyone else be listening in on this, so he sends
Yes.
out
Okay,
Nikaido.
men, you go search the area and make sure to guard the entrance, you know, and be careful.
one
Like, no,
coming
don't let anybody in. Okay, if you come back after your search, just stay and reinforce the perimeter. All right, nobody come in here. All right, because it's important we keep Usurper secure. Well,
yes,
I talked to her for hours.
Yes, because Kaito has worked out like, okay, he sent her away, so what's he going to be saying in there? So he goes in and discovers Tsukushima already listening at the door. And they get into an argument, and Tsukushima points out the thing with the Satsuma accent that he's dropped it. He's basically saying to him,
"You're not nervous around him anymore because you don't love him anymore."
Subconsciously, even you know that you can't keep that up.
And then
Tsukushima has that fucking the vein is just like, ooh, and it's like it progressively gets more intense as all this story is being related.
Yes, and Kaito's like saying this is probably good for Tsukushima to hear. Because my suspicions are already there. And he's pointed out that I've already realized my suspicions, and he's the one who now needs. Because, yes, he's lying to Tsukushima right from the very first thing he's saying is the thing he lied to Tsukushima about.
And part of him, like we've seen, he kind of already knows, but he's just like he's the most sane guy in Tsurumi's crew, and he knows like his plan is mad, but it's like, but he needs to be known like he is lying to you and everyone else. He's got his own fucking shit going on, and it's bad. So you need to stop working with him.
Yeah, specifically, it's super selfish.
Yeah, it's super selfish and not even like sensible in any regard whatsoever. It's completely mad plan.
Thought what we're doing is for the lads, but we're not doing it for the lads at all, are we, sir? You're doing it for your lads. They're not my lads.
Yeah. So then we get a lot of explanation of how the pair of them connected. It's basically a lot of stuff we already know until we get to the.
But it's a lot of the information we know, but it's like the character's perspective on it, where Tsurumi's kind of like, if you guys didn't come to my fucking photography studio and take the picture, my wife and kid would still be alive, and I wouldn't be juggling their fucking pinky bone fingers that I've kept in my hand like they're fucking stress balls, kind of thing. Yeah, he's very mad about the whole situation, and it's just that they have their perspective on it, and we have Sophia can kind of relay to Usurpa and stuff. Yeah, it's
also that little bit there where it's when it's Surumi and Tsukushima, like, you know, and they're like visiting this mainland. There's just like and this old Russian lad walks up. He's like laying out the whole thing upon and saying, "Hey, you found Japanese guys. There was just like a shop, this photo up the way to burn down, but the dudes went out with guns." He's relating the whole thing, and Tsukushima, we know now, he's the interpreter for it. He's like going, "Whoa, slow down! I don't know that much Russian." He's like telling them everything right now, but he's like, he's not picking it up. It's like,
it's only now that he has the context of it that he's hearing Tsurumi actually tell the fucking thing, because man said it's just like, because he asked Tsurumi in obviously Japanese, where he's more fluent at the time.
Like, you know, is that your mother's maiden name? One said, "Nah, it's a common surname where I'm from." It's just
and it's like he asked Tsurumi before if he had any family, and he said no, and because the Russian guy did make out as like, so the guy lost his wife and kid in this fire, but Tsurumi doesn't have a family, and now he's like, oh, that was bullshit. Okay, good to know. And like you said, now the vein fucking popping
on. And then we get into sort of the start of the story about where's the gold? What happened to
Yeah.
the gold? What happened to Wilk? Through the letters that Kuroanki had sent Sophia, and why Wilk and Kuroanki had fallen out. We get introduced to the other
Yeah.
7 as their various identifiable facial features, like they're from Guess Who.
Because that's the thing with Sophia, like she has an end of the story that a Serpa can't get anywhere else, because obviously Wilk and your man are dead. But she knows it's like, so Wilk changed when he had you. Like it was no longer a plan about like fucking freeing all the guys. He's like, let's just free the ones we can. I need to protect me and my own. Like he only married into the Ainu to get in with them, so to get the whole plan going. But then he was like, nah, man, like these are my people now, and this is my kid, and I need to protect my family and the things I care about, rather than this wild fucking dream of saving all I knew everywhere across.
It's sort of it's sort of the reveal of the. That's why what Surumi is like banking on was just like, well, your dad, he also like he was followed by his emotions, his love for his loved ones. That's what guided his plan. Even Kiraranke says he probably got to do this for the lads back in the main info and saying, no, Kiraranke, a little bit of you is wanting to get back to Sophia and make sure she's all right. So you're also
yes.
So how can you be mad at me, Surumi, because I'm following what I think is true in my heart, what's best for my family and emotions? How can you be mad at me? We're all doing the same thing here.
Yes, because Serpa who points out that Kiraranke is doing it for Sophia just as much as he's saying he's doing it for the
that was the information that Serpa had that Sophia Russians. Perhaps didn't have.
Eastern Russians rather. They're all pretty bad plans. Obviously, interestingly, Wilkes is closest to Hijikata's, but his seems. You can see where Kiraranki finds fault with it, because he's saying all these different tribes. You're asking them to come here.
So you're leaving these tribes out the thing, and we can't bring the guys with the Ainu that raise reindeer.
Well, they can come here, but they won't be able to carry on their traditions because you can't get reindeer.
You're basically saying, they can come here and be Ainu and keep their cultural traditions up. It's like they'll have to abandon reindeer. Their culture is about fucking reindeer, dude. And he's just like, I haven't thought of that far through. Basically, is Wilkes' thing.
Maybe taking even Wilkes' this thing. There's only so much you can be accomplished in a lifetime. You gotta maybe lay a foundation down and just see what we can do for a while. This won't be accomplished in either of our lifetimes. You got to what's going to be the generational plan going forward. Maybe he was kind of thinking in that regard to be charitable.
But obviously he's mad at Wilk for abandoning some Ainu to keep these Ainu safe, and then, that kind of thing.
At the very end, he's mad at Wilk for not killing him.
Because he just knocked him out, tied him up. It's like the old Wilk would have fucking killed me to make sure I didn't interfere with his plans. You've changed, man. You're not cool no more.
We also get Shirayashi and Tsukumoto discovering the church and having to hold themselves back from charging into the church to rescue a Serpa, because they've only got one gun between the two of them. We've got to go and find Hijikata and everybody else, and we see Hijikata and everyone else sort of reconvening.
There's a combination with the two lads where he's like, hey, did Boruto tell you anything? And he's like, yeah, he said tell your kids of me and keep my name alive forever. It's like, and nothing else about the gold. It's like, nope.
Well, no. He says, did he tell you anything about the Ainu gold? He says, no. He told me everything.
Everything. Sorry, I knew I had the line fucking wrong. As soon as I said it, I was like, that's not quite right. But you have that and the combination where he's with him. It's like, Matt, we can't go in right now. Like, we need to go in there right now. And it's like, oh, you're really holding yourself back from busting in there as the immortal Sugimoto. Okay, you're being sensible. You're right. We do need to find the rest of the lads. It would be bad to try and
There's lots of very kind of cool shots of the past and comic. I mean, that's one where it's just he's just kind of that intensity. The other one there is just when Surumi, he sees that photo and it's just you see his sister looking down and it's it's kind of the way it is. Maybe it's just a church lit in the background. It's just a complete stark shadow of his face, and then it's just the coming out of it.
You don't need to see his expression. You know exactly what he's thinking and how he's feeling from the way his brain is leaking currently. Yeah,
it'll kind of even get to one bigger heights. Like Nestor was just these few people like this to talk in the church about old grudges. There, it's just kind of the most kind of eerie, unsettling atmosphere. Surumi's a big part of that now, and it'll only get ratcheted up and get the second part of this interrogation.
The feature from next episode, if you weren't sure if Surumi is a villain, kind of
Is he
pretty
all
much
there? Is he all right?
Yeah, there's questions to be asked about him next episode.
You might enjoy his fun, wacky craziness, but also no, he's a complete bastard. Yeah.
We get no answers.
Anything to avoid going to therapy.
We get no answers on Kakuta's relationship to Sugimoto this episode. We just get Sugimoto
No,
going,
it's
you know who that guy is?
yeah.
And Shirayashi goes, no, I don't know who that guy is. I think that's the next arc. I don't think it gets resolved at all in this one.
You get that flashback,
Yeah, I think it's like a short
just
arc
after
that
this.
comes after this, yeah.
It's kind of like there's a messy dismount from getting out of this town. It's a messy enough already. Well, we've burned down an entire beer factory. You couldn't get any messier, but it can.
Yeah. Then we got Jujutsu Kaisen episode 53, Cog. In which the majority of the episode is a JoJo style. How does this power work? How do we get around this power? Once we figured out how it works.
I will say, like, this is one of those things where I don't think I enjoyed this in the comic as much, but again, they've made it work in the show, so maybe I'll enjoy this arc way better, like watching on the show than I did in the comic. We'll see. So far, so good. Anyway, yeah.
Yeah, I think the past two episodes have done a really good job of taking the dry dialogue of trying to figure out powers and making them visually interesting. This has the added thing of things flying around, and so we can do crazy things with camera angles and vast sweeps.
Yeah, but again, it's like the motion and direction is motion, then you can just think, oh, now I get this a lot more. It's about kind of it's repulsion and attraction, but it's not to do with like magnets. It's about something else, and it's just like even like, you know, it's basically Megami and Panda just trying to figure out what Carrara, what Chicken does. Not like pleased to hear that like Satoru Gojo was like, you know, we're not fooling with you. He's definitely been sealed. It's just like, and it's just the face you make, like, you know, it's just behind you, Dirt Man. It's just like.
Yeah, it's the kind of thing. It was like, hey, we're not here to fight. We want to work with you. It's like, why would you work with us? Fucking, you're here from the college. You're trying to fucking get us back. And obviously, you guys got Gojo. It's like, no, Gojo's out of the picture. And she's like, no fucking way. That's not fucking true. And they're like, okay, that is unbelievable that the most powerful guy that everyone fucking knows about is out of the game. So yeah, it's going to be more difficult convincing him. So you're going to have to beat him in the fight and then stop fighting them to prove that it's like, we're literally not here to fight. Which is especially difficult because it's like, how the fuck is her thing working? It's like, okay, I could touch you, and so you can touch me. And the two Panda and him are going like, okay, that's fine. So we're not magnetically opposed to each other.
I don't know, but on the back, like, half hypothesizing, because when they got time, it's just about we can't get close, so we're just going to stay back and just like. It's about point. It's kind of like we're just kind of stars. Is it related to the Southern Cross? I believe it's just like, damn, how did you know? I didn't know. I was just guessing, but.
But yes, she realizes, like, he made the same face I did. I was like, oh, fuck. And he was like, he was just taking a wild fucking guess. I was like, okay, yeah. But it's more than 4 points, so we need to figure that out. And it's just there.
But also you get the pair of them going, how many stars are in the Southern Cross? Is it 4, Panda? Yeah, I think it's 4, makes a cross.
Panda's like, it makes a cross, so it's got to be 4
like,
points.
Well,
right?
I guess then there must be another one, because otherwise we'd be able to, I touch you, then I can touch her, and then I can touch the door. So there must be a fifth thing in between, and then they kind of look out on spotting the fifth thing as various things fly towards each other.
They're just running around a car park trying to find another star, basically, because they're also searching their own bodies. It's like, where's it written down?
Yes, because it's all written down.
He realized it when he's written on. He summons all the rabbits and is written on all of them, but he sees on the butt of one of them. He's like, okay, that's a clue. They're just piecing together all these clues.
Yes.
In the middle of this wild, crazy
sending
fight.
Rabbits in all directions so Panda can observe what things the rabbits could reach.
This was after someone in the big dog, because the big dog just stuck onto him like that guy in Shiba Inu rooms kind of thing.
Yes.
But like, and the rabbits are doing the same. It's like, he'll be crushed under the weight of his own bunnies. It's like, no, the rabbits are part of the thing of they all have the same mark that he does because they're the same cursed energy as him. So it's like, so they're all aligned to the same things. Okay.
It basically got to put the charge in. You gotta go through it in the order of the constellation.
Yes.
It feels like a playground game. But it's what Carrera was saying. It's like fun. Remember fun cast out of the school anyway, because we got powers that like don't fit in with their old hoary concepts of what sorcery should be, like proper sorcery involving like swords and like and talismans and stuff. No, but like technology and cultures evolve. We got like curse techniques that work with like the internet and with like computers and things. So why should we be cast out for something that's coming evolving naturally?
And I was thinking, it's like, how the fuck did your man get away with having an electric guitar as his power? And it's like, well, they've been around since fucking Jimi Hendrix was rocking it. So I was like, yeah, that's established enough that we're okay with that technology.
He's old, connected. It's okay when he does it,
Yeah,
he only plays like the Rolling Stones and the Beatles, not like any of this new
yeah,
guff.
exactly. That's oldies at this stage, so it's fine.
Yeah, and isn't it like the two schools aren't as conservative as the rest of them anyway? So
yeah. I mean, like,
uh,
that's mostly because Gojo exerting his political influence, which
Yes,
now is
that's
fucking
it.
gone. So yeah.
because also I'm thinking of the modern technology that Hikari uses, and I'm
Yeah.
thinking that's
Mhm.
not that modern either.
No, it's pretty old, but like I think it's because his one references like a modern anime is probably their problem with it. Yeah.
Yeah, when did they come? Anyway, we won't see it for another, probably for
We won't see it for
like,
ages. Yeah.
Another 15 years.
maybe towards the end, because we get the guy he's going to fight where we'll see what his powers is at the end of this episode.
Yeah. I thought we only get it when the woman who shows up, who is entirely nude but keeps covering herself over with scenery. Like when those three show
No,
up. I think.
not that them. Yes, like the one you see there. It's the one that has the lightning powers.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I mixed
I
it up.
think
Yeah.
that person, they get in another fight with someone else to show off. Oh, they're so hench, they got lightning powers. And when they eventually get to Hikari, how's Hikari going to get out of this one? Well, not the way you expect, but it'll be
Not
fun.
sensibly. I hope in a way that I'll enjoy, because I fucking hated that power in the comic, man. It sucks.
Well, you don't see it now because
Yeah.
the two Yuji and Hikari, they burst out of the office anyway, and it's just like Yuji is just like taking it. It's just like, come on, fucking fight back. And saying, no, we'll not fight back. That's not what I'm here for. I'm just a cog in the machine that destroys cursed spirits, man. Don't you see? It's what I do. It's what I'm here for.
In the meantime, like, the Panda and the other two have resolved their shit, because they beat her, they caught her, and now it's like, please help us. Like, he's down on all fours, kind of begging. It's like, we're not here to fight. I'm telling you, we're not with Jujutsu High. That's gone, basically. We're here because there's a bigger thing coming.
Yeah,
So they're
Karaba's like,
just kind of watching
Hikari,
from a
come on, leave him off, will you? It's like,
they're just commenting on the car park while he's beating a child, but the child is not going down. Is the important thing. Is like, you got enough time to explain to me, as long as you can remain standing, which Yuji can remain standing, much to his kind of terrifyingness, where he's like, I hit him as hard as I could, and he's back up again, fucking thing, and he's like, I don't have passion, I'm a cog in the machine. And it's like, so this is a cog's passion. It's like, god damn it, dude, why do you have to be like this? But yeah,
you're pretty good.
Itadori's kind of thing of like, hey, my purpose is to destroy curses, and that's my purpose as a cog, and I know this. What do you fucking do? And Yuman's like, fuck, he got me. And Yuman kind of points out, it's like, come on, let the kid off. And it's like, don't worry about it. He's actually super nice. He was best at helping out his the younger students and stuff. So yeah, he'll just be compelled to help this child who he's been beating on for a while.
Yeah, Carrara points out, Hikari, your fever's burning now. He's got you riled up, so that's what you wanted. So you don't have to carry on punching him. Let's talk plans.
And he's like, yeah, you're right, and still gives him a slap on the head, which he does kind of react to him.
Oh.
Yeah.
And then they get interrupted with a rule update.
Yep.
So
the Shikigami shows up, is like, hey, new rule added to the culling game. And it's like, what? We knew these were going to be in place, but we haven't seen them yet. So now you can at all times know what players, how many points they've collected, how many rules they've spent it on, because that would suggest that's their overall score.
And what colony area they're in.
Yeah, and where they are. So basically you get to know where they are and what power level they are by how many guys they fucking murdered.
It's all brought in by like the Kashimo, whatever the kind of name is at the end.
Hajime Kashimo, yes.
Kashimo, yeah, who is like one of the few we're gonna get here. Somebody who's been like a Jujutsu sorcerer from like centuries past, who's reincarnated in a body in a modern day. And seems to be the kind of case that the older and gnarly you are, if your spirits are hopping around, you probably are pretty, you're probably pretty strong. So in a new body as well, that's and it's kind of I want the rule for and saying if you have a rule like that, so you can find out what are the high points variables, high points and rules, because you can spend points to get rules.
Yeah.
So I'll be able to fear all the strong people there and go fight them.
Yes, because
Like, hey, I want to spend 100 of my 200 points on adding that new fucking rule.
Yes, because we know that the reason we know it's a reincarnated sorcerer is because they're saying, I'm trying to find Sukuna. That's the purpose of me being here, is I want to go and find and kill Sukuna. And needs that rule to put in to figure out where Sukuna is to fight them. What could possibly go wrong?
Well, the cab already did, but maybe it'll look better and we'll be able to follow it.
Yeah, certainly this design of him looks a little less rough around the edges than the manga design did. But we will see if when they get riled up, if they start to look more like what they looked like in the comic. Yeah, this is where we leave it with this guy at the riverbank going. That's the plan.
Having added a new rule, yeah.
Yes.
I do like that as a cliffhanger. Like a guy adds a new rule and people react to the new rule being added. That's the cliffhanger.
I mean, it's probably useful to all our heroes as well. That's the other thing.
Yeah, no, it is actually a really good. I think that's why it was added, because the game won't let you add rules that break the game, but like this just enhances it. So yeah, it benefits from this rule.
Just please don't spend 10 minutes in this episode going like, no, if we make a rule with points and discussing how are we going to get points and we're going to pool up points and we're going to, please don't spend 10 minutes like going over that, because that's what this was designed to avoid.
Yeah.
You got your meeting episode like near the start, or you're in the white room going over the whole list of rules. That's all. Please stop that now, okay? So I hope they don't get it bad. But everyone has maybe an off week where resources and timing is tight, so it might happen again.
Yeah. I think also this might also be one where the end of the episode was not a cliffhanger that appeared in the comics.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can see.
I guess they spent so much time trying to make that Carrera Megami Panda confrontation coherent.
Yeah,
I can see what the cliffhanger was supposed to be. It would be the introduction of our lawyer friend.
I don't mind introducing him in the next one rather than, I guess they're introducing a villain guy here as opposed to an ally, potentially villain turned ally, but yeah, you know how it works.
Yeah, but in general, I am enjoying this much more than I did when I first watched the JUJUTSU Kaisen at the start.
Yeah.
Okay.
It is reminding me of what I enjoyed about it in the first place. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. And I know it's very different, like, than how they're reordering things and remixing things in like Trigun, but like I kind of like to see how they adapted differently, and they're going with a different thing in Trigun. Obviously, with this, they're trying to refine what was there, but it was in a very rough condition in the original.
Yeah, well, I'm not really like a guy for Jujutsu Kaisen. So many fucking hype moments of fun saying. Yeah, it's all like things are blowing up and that, but it's like, what's it doing to reinforce the teams? Because the comic can even the comic didn't look even like good most of the time, and it got its whole teams got muddled and over what was actually kind of driving at. Are the visuals then going to better serve that? I think they have. At least they're kind of like taking a more creative approach to this, to trying to work with what they got, work with material they have, which is both their own time and resources, but also comic was getting a little bit kind of loosey goosey around this point. How can we kind of hammer this into shape? And then that's what I want an adaptation to do, is take something like I can read a comic anytime I want to, lads. But what are you going to add to it or interpret it through when you put it into a moving medium? That's what otherwise, why is it going to be an anime to begin with? That's where we got to answer that question first and foremost.
And even doing it like in the subtle ways rather than the big fancy ways, like having your man infiltrate the building in the car park where like the dude's having a conversation and it like to himself and he just hops behind his shadow on the thing and then he jumps into another guy's shadow to like follow
just
him into the
choking him
building.
out. Yeah, it's
There was nice subtlety to that kind of stuff, and it was just like, yeah, it does. The animation adds a lot to it, and I think that remixing is so far it's benefiting the story that I found very annoying at the time.
I will say it is a little weak of a cliffhanger though to have
Yeah.
the Shigami
A new rule! Yeah.
Shigami explain the new rule and then we then go and check in on the guy who invented the new rule and see his working out.
See, I
That's
think we're
kind
being
of where
introduced
we
to,
leave
besides
it.
the new rule, we're being introduced to the new guy and the Shikigami as a thing, because that is one of the things that's going to be continuing forward. Just two introductory things as a cliffhanger. Not great, but yeah, I get you.
Yeah, I think in the comic we get the third one with the lawyer, who I assume will be in next week's, or whether they'll rearrange things so that we get a whole lot of him in one.
Yeah.
But yeah, it wasn't quite as bad as some of the early ones where I'm like, that's not the cliffhanger. Now I'm going to get the cliffhanger 5 minutes into the next episode, and it's going to be weird.
I think the earlier Jujutsu Kaisen probably would benefit from like watching in one, not in one sitting, but like watching as many episodes as you feel like streaming, that kind of thing.
That which is what I suspect was why they do that, is because it feels like streaming pacing. I think people have acknowledged that's the way people pace things released in one batch. Yeah,
but that was kind of like there was even more thought again, like even how anime is released even on Netflix. They say it was like, no, we tried the episodic thing. It seems to kind of parcel out better. It sustains like the subscriber is better, really. It's just better overall for the thing. But because Jujutsu Kaisen was made like 2000 and first one was made 2021. 2020, I don't know, we're about then. Like even those couple of years, how people sort of like watch relatively TV now, even like the people now going back. I kind of prefer having like the week to week now because there's so much fucking TV. I wouldn't mind a break from the stick.
I mean, we're gonna have all the people moaning about JoJo's again in a few weeks, so you could just watch one episode a month, one episode a week, guys. You don't have to binge it all in one go.
That's what we're gonna do.
It's more indicative of like you've got no self control because you just want to like smash this down on the weekend so that you're not behind on the jokes on Monday. That's the only reason you're doing it for. Just admit that to yourself and question: is that what I want to watch the cartoon for? To be in on the joke?
You're
if
buying
it's so,
a box of
maybe
chocolates
reconsider your life.
and you're just jamming them all in, going like, oh, I'm feeling sick from eating all these chocolates. Just have one, yummy chocolate, and then come back to it when you're hungry again. Like that's it. That's all it has to be.
What if they see a spoiler? Would you please think of the
What if someone tells me there's a strawberry chocolate? Fine, it doesn't fucking matter. Look forward to it.
Oh no! I won't find out what happens in its adaptation of a comic that's been out for 20 years.
That too.
I had no chance before now.
Ganglion, episode 17. Dad won't lose. So we find out why he was staying behind after he sent everyone home with the taxes. As we get a little flashback as to him having to be the stand-in leader, and he decides.
His family are very excited by it because it's a good opportunity for promotion. Because Colonel Shadow's really getting flaky. His depression's really kicking in. His kid. I think it's the first time we've seen his kid, right? He's been talked about, but
I think he's been seen before.
Maybe I'm wrong.
They've been there. Yeah.
Okay, but they're excited about it, and he's talking to the day jobber guys like, oh, what are you sticking around for? It's like, see the light on top of the Tokyo Tower. If I can take that down, something might crash into it because that's like a plain, low flying warning light.
That's like, that really stick it to him, you know. Like, hope I might have won, but we're gonna fucking have the last staff, you know. This is our pride. This is my foreign pride as a salaryman. I mean, as a combatant.
Yeah, so the bulk of the episode is him climbing up Tokyo Tower on the outside. Even though I like my favorite bit
hyping himself up and several times over, going like, "Oh Jesus, oh fuck!" Like looking down.
My favorite bit is the cutaway to the stairs he could have taken for the bulk of it.
He was being brave by climbing the outside of it, and then like kind of like you could have just walked. It's going to take a while, but it's going to be way safer. There are guardrails, you know. It's great.
I mean, eventually you're going to have to be in the unsafe part to get to the top to unscrew the ball.
Well, the top was more safer because it has like a ladder type thing to climb up to the top to replace. It's just a screw and bulb. Like you can just screw that thing right out.
And then
he's like, I did it. I fucking got it.
Hopeman gets a call while he's in the bath and
Drinking wine, as he
told
does.
told to look outside as he opens the window at the curtains and sees that just the top of Tokyo Tower is bent over, having been hit by something.
It's funny as well because he's on video call in the bathtub with the wine, but then standing up, his dick is at fucking video call level to him looking out the window, which is also on display. It was just a really funny framing. Yeah.
Yeah, and yeah,
Out of the way, woman! I gotta get out.
Yeah, his girlfriend's like, "Hey, what? Hey, I'm not getting any signal on the telly. Would you give it a look?" And yeah, your man's sister-in-law.
Yes, he's been called into the organization to discuss what's happened.
This is very highly unorthodox. You can't be doing crime in the non-prescribed
You're not supposed to
way.
win, Hope, man. Like, this is highly irregular.
So you guys show up to do a massive crime. You give the speech. I come in. I kick your ass. You don't do the crime, and you go home
Everyone gets
after
paid.
work hours. Like that's the fucking deal, basically. There's no fucking extra time here.
We had a good thing going, you dunce son of a bitch. You need to go bend over Tokyo Tower.
And it does affect the TV signal, so everyone has noticed their minor victory in this regard. So yeah.
Yeah. That's it. Very good stuff. Didn't watch anything else. So that's it for another episode of Let's Go.
Yeah.
We'll be back next time for more of the same. Goodbye.
Bye.
Or the same, but better.
Yes. Well,
Probably.
no guarantee. Jujutsu Kaisen could go on the turn at any time. Historically, that has been the case.